Of Jeffrey, special occasion speech. Today marks a very important day in our lives. It is the last day that we will be in speech 1113. And oh, what a whirlwind of a course this has been. Many of us will continue our studies here at Laternal University, while for some this is the last course in our academic journey. And we will be in pursuit of a new career. As we look back and focus over the past few weeks, we can all agree that there have been many hurdles we've had to cross along the way, but we've all come out victorious. Each student entered this course with their own ideals of what to be expected from this class. Most, including myself, had more fear than idea, but Professor Gibbs assured us that no one has ever died from giving a public speech. He also let us know to just relax, enjoy the ride, and it would be over before we knew it. The first speech was the icebreaker, the one we used to all get our feet wet. Just a simple class introduction and practice uploading the video to YouTube. It was designed to make us comfortable in front of the camera, as well as getting used to turning in our assignments on YouTube. I found this speech fairly easy because I'm used to introducing myself to others. The difficult part, however, was that we couldn't get the assignment turned in on YouTube according to the directions that was on the forum. So many of us were awarded an extension to turn the assignment in the day after, once the professor realized the directions were bad. The second speech we gave was this personal narrative. The speech proved to be more difficult because it was longer and required us to be in front of the camera longer. We chose topics that were easy for us to discuss, which were things that were familiar to us. I chose a topic that was dear to my heart. It was about how God blessed me with my wife and our love story getting there. We actually had to be on our P's and Q's, however, on this and critique ourselves on this speech. I am sure some of you felt the same way as I was feeling myself. I was thinking all along, how long is this going to take? And when will this nightmare end? See, I discovered that even though I don't have a problem public speaking, I'm not too big of a fan of standing in front of this camera thing. But again, I remember the words of Professor Gibbs. Just relax and enjoy the ride. It will be over soon. And no one has ever died from giving a public speech. And I made it through. The next speech we gave was a little bit more in depth and added a few more twists and turns to the class. I must say it added more work for each one of us. This speech required studying and forming an outline. It gave us an opportunity, however, to talk to our audience about something that we were passionate about. While yet, I was excited in the beginning about this subject, again, it left me with a little uneasy feeling about having to be in front of this camera thing. I chose a subject about electronics and how my love for them guided me into a career in the electronic field, as well as some of my favorite hobbies. Now, I thought I was going to just knock this one out of the box and ace it, but it proved to be a more difficult one for me. I learned from this speech that you can have too broad of a subject and make it very difficult to put enough information in the speech that is understandable for your audience and makes it easy for it to flow. Finally gutting it out and getting it turned in. What a relief to get this subject under my belt. Whew. The next speech we gave was an absolute nightmare for me. In the beginning, I thought maybe it would be easier just not to do it, not to even turn it in and admit defeat. But I couldn't give up, and I committed myself to it. And before I knew it, I was through with it. See, this speech was a persuasive speech. And there were so many issues that I care about, and I couldn't narrow it down to just one specific topic to discuss. So a few days of stressing over this speech, as the clock ticked closer to time to turn the assignment in, I finally got an ideal in my head and went to work. Like all others before, I got through with it. I survived it, and I didn't die. So I must say, throughout this class, my anxiety levels lowered the closer we got to the end of the class. And as I give this speech, I feel that I have conquered my fears and I am more comfortable being in front of this camera deal. So, my thoughts to the class, to you, are we made it through this and none of us died. We may have had a panic attack or two, maybe even shed a tear or two, but we started together and now we've made it. So let's go out there and show the world how we made it and how we give speeches.